In this video, I want to share 5 things that I've learned over 20 years from doing live and studio work, playing with artists such as Ed Sheeran and Charli XCX. Tip number 1, just say yes and figure it out. Early on in my career, I pretty much said yes to every gig before I felt I was ready. I remember when I first got the Charli XCX audition, and as well as guitar, they wanted me to play bass and to play keyboards. I've never played bass or keyboards live before. I have no idea how to program synths. I can play bass like a guitarist can, so not that well. But I went to the audition and make sure I was well prepared, and I did my thing, and somehow I got selected. The truth is, you always surprise yourself how capable you are, and all the bedroom practicing you're doing is actually all ingrained in you, and it just comes out whenever the opportunity arises. I still get very nervous when I walk into new projects because you're meeting a group of new people, new environments, new music. Quite a lot of the projects I walk into is I'm like the new kid coming in, so everyone's really familiar with each other and I'm the one that has to impress everyone. That feeling never goes away, and I guess that's normal, is what makes us human. Tip number 2, diversify. I highly recommend learning how to play at least the basics of other instruments. Guitar's my strongest instrument, but along the way I had to pick up keys, as I mentioned before, bass, and also sing. Labels and artists, they don't like to spend money. Like, no one really likes to spend money and like to save where they can. If you're able to do 2-3 jobs, it makes you a lot more hireable. For example, these days, I think it's really good to have some basic knowledge of Logic and Ableton programming. A lot of the pop stuff that I do requires backing track. So if you're the guy in the room that could jump on and start programming the backing track, and it will save them hiring someone new in, it will make you indisposable, basically. Pretty much all the live gigs that I get these days involve more than just playing guitar. I'm always either singing, or I have a keys next to me as well, or I'm helping with the programming. Tip number 3, don't be a dick. The music industry is ran on relationships. It's all about who you know. 90% of touring is just hanging out with each other. You want to be the guy that everyone feels comfortable with. It's important to be calm and positive and make everyone feel comfortable around you. In a professional sense, take direction well and don't complain about schedules or morning calls. Sometimes schedules change all the time and you don't want to cause any trouble about it. It's just part of the job. You don't need to be the best player in the room, just the best person to work with. Tip number 4, be prepared as much as possible. I was really surprised back when I first started out. There's some of the musicians that I used to work with, they used to brag about, oh, I haven't even learnt the songs for this audition, I'll just wing it. And I just thought that was crazy. Why wouldn't you learn the songs and be prepared? I felt like they were just bragging to be like, oh, I'm such an amazing musician that I could just walk into any scenario. For me, that's mental. It's like walking into interview and saying, oh, I'm such a legend, they'll just love me. Make sure you learn all the songs so they're muscle memory. Bring your gear and sounds, make sure they're well dialed in, all your gear's working. This is like the staple. Dress suitably for the gig. If it's like a folk gig, don't turn up with big spiky hair and chains everywhere. Do your research on the gig and the artist and make sure you turn up and you fit the vibe. My final tip, tip number 5, is be musically useful, not impressive. Most paid work is about supporting the song and the artist and not dominating it. Playing the right part once beats playing 10 flashy takes. I did a session a while ago with a keyboard player. He was an incredible keyboard player, but he would not stop noodling. At first he was like impressive, but it was incredibly distracting and frankly it got quite annoying. And to me it kind of showed insecurity that he felt the need to have to prove himself to the room all the time. As an amazing player that he is, it kind of put me off working with him. If I were to produce a track, I wouldn't call him in because frankly he was just annoying me throughout that whole day. When I'm recording guitars in a studio session, I don't pick up my guitar on the first listen of the records. I always listen to the track first, and I like to imagine if there was someone else playing the guitar on that track, what guitar parts would I want to hear? That stops my fingers falling into familiar shapes and patterns that I'm used to playing, and it makes me make a lot more musical judgments on the parts that I want on the record. If any of these points resonated with you, please let me know in the comments and I can do a deeper dive of them in future videos. Feel free to subscribe if you find what I'm talking about is useful. I hope to see you soon. Cheers!